This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel Strat-O-Matic Baseball EXCEL Game of the Week.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to the Game of the Week in the 78-81 Fall League. We have a game between the California Angels and the Texas Rangers. Let's take a look at the standings first, because this is going to be a Game 1. See where we're at here in the West. The West should be the territory of the Angels, but it is not. They're 300-500. The A's they really fell down pretty bad in the late 70s before Billy Martin rescued them in 1980. Texas and Seattle are the puppet government at the top of the division, currently with winning records. Don't know, the Rangers were able to really acquire some nice bats in this era, historically. Al Oliver had a nice bat, Mickey Rivers had a nice bat, Buddy Bell. The Mariners hosted the 1979 All-Star Game. They had Bruce Bochy on their team. Neither franchise, of course, historically did much in the era otherwise. So today we have the first of a 5-game series between the Rangers and the Angels, and the Angels can, claw back into this thing and retake this division. As the Angels, probably the most talented team, they win the West in 79 and in 82, and they still have a nucleus of Brian Downing, and they have Carney Lansford, Bobby Grich, Don Baylor, Dan Ford, plus Ryan Tanana, good pitchers. So today in Texas, today's pitchers for the Angels, it will be Nolan Ryan, his final curtain call in 79 after 7 years in California. It's the only time he took him to the playoffs, and then at the end of that season he would go to Houston and continue a playoff run for the Astros in 80. And for the Rangers, it's Fergie Jenkins. He has moved on from the Cubs to the Rangers at this period as an 18-game winner in 1978. Both pitchers are starter eights, Hall of Famers, classic baseball today from Texas. The Angels, Rangers, Nolan Ryan, Fergie Jenkins. Let's get started. Leading off for the Angels is Bob Molinaro. 3-6. Let's take a look at the Bob Molinaro card. This is a 1980 card. He was picked up in the draft. Wasn't protected by the Chi Sox. Really only had like one good year, this being it. Maybe 2 good years. Speedy guy with average. 3-6, homer, 1-2 double. And that'll be a double to start the game. Brian Downing. 2-6, single 1-12 is a base hit. Runners on the corners for Carney Lansford. 5-11, Pitcher X. Fergie's an E6 pitcher. And that is a 1-6-3 double play. A run will score, no RBI given. Angels have a 1-0 lead. Bobby Grich, 1-4, sky's the left. Bottom of the first in Texas, it'll be Mickey Rivers leading off, the 333 batting average. 5-11, bouncer to short. This is Tim Johnson, not the normal shortstop. It's a 4E17 shortstop. That's going to be a base hit. Mickey's a B stealer. Downing's a +1 arm. Number 2 hitter, Mike Edwards, is a B hit runner. He's going to hit and run. Runner advances. Runner at second for Buddy Bell. 57 is a walk off the Ryan card. First and second for Rusty Stahl. 3-6, single, ... and we got a tie game. Runners on the corners for Richie Zisk. 1-7's a K. And with 2 outs, it's Pat Putnam. 49, that is also a K, and we are tied at 1 apiece. Top of 2, here's your 79 American League MVP, Don Baylor. 1-6, let's take a look at that card. Yes, sir, he is your MVP in 79. It's a big story when the Angels finally won the West after so long of being an also-ran at Kansas City in the recent years, and Oakland prior to that, and Minnesota prior to that. The Angels finally win the West in 1979. Don Baylor, a big reason for it. His stats are .296 with 36 home runs. And the pitch here, homer 1-11. He misses it. It's going to be a double. John Harris, 6'10". Center X. This is Roland Office in center field at 2E4. Makes the catch. Fifth, Pocoroba, 67's a K. And 2 outs for Disco Dan Ford, who rolls a short. Bottom of 2, it'll be Jim Sundberg, 310. Flies left. Roland Office, 37, is a walk. Mario Guerrero will try another hit and run. Didn't work in the first inning. He was a runner-up here. Runner at second, 2 outs for Mickey Rivers. 57 off of Ryan is a walk. 2 on, 2 outs, Mike Edwards, 2-9, lines the first. Go to the third, it's Tim Johnson. 2-4, flies to right. Molinaro, 65, skies the center. Brian Downing, 54. Homer 1-18 off the Jenkins card. It is gone. We have a 2-1 game. Carney Lansford, 57's a K. Bottom of the third, Buddy Bell, his best year, 1980. Let's take a look at the Buddy Bell card of 1980, folks. His best year, .329 average. 17 home runs. Of course, he's going to be a 1-11 at third base. Be bunter, be hit and runner, just in case, hitting isn't good enough for you. And he absolutely hits righties much better than lefties, plus with more power. And 3-6, it is gone. And the Rangers have tied the game again. 2. Every time the Angels score, Rangers respond. Rusty Staub, 68, is a walk. Richie Zisk, 2-3. That's a 5-4-3 double play. And with 2 outs, Pat Putnam is a K. Well, pretty even game. You score, you give up a run. You score, you give up a run. But Bobby Grich, 2-6, grounds to third. Don Baylor, 48, second X. This is Mike Edwards, a 3 at second base, makes the play. And with 2 outs, it's John Harris, 5'11", is a walk. Biff Pocoroba, 65, skies the center field. Bottom of the fourth, Jim Sundberg, 43, left X. This is Molinaro, a 3E16 and a left. It's going to be a double. Rangers have a guy in scoring position for Roland Office, 47K. Mario Guerrero, 39, pops to second, and with 2 outs. Mickey Rivers, 49, another strikeout. Oh, Ryan has ended 3 of these innings with strikeouts, and we are tied in the 5th. Dan Ford, Disco Dan Ford, 48, bounces to second. Edwards, a 3 at second base, E29. That's going to be a single, though. The C Stealer is on for Tim Johnson. 37's a K. Molinaro, 1-5, is another 4-6-3 double play. Fergie Jenkins gotten 2 double plays out of his defense, giving up a couple runs through 5. Bottom half, let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Okay, bottom of the 5th. Mike Edwards will lead off. 2-6, grounds a short. Buddy Bell, 1-5, flies to center, and with 2 outs, Rusty Staub, 39 single. Here is Richie Zisk. 3-8 is a single chance. 1-8, he gets it. 2 on, 2 outs for Pat Putnam. 58 off of Ryan is a strikeout. When Ryan needs it, he bears down and gets it. 2-2 game into the 6th between the Hall of Famers. It'll be Brian Downing leading off. 2-9, grounds the third. Carney Lansford, 1-7. Double 1-15 is a double. Bobby Grich, 67 is a K. And with 2 outs, it's Don Baylor. 37 is a fly to left field. Bottom of the 6th, 2-2. It'll be Jim Sundberg. 46 is a K. Roland Office, 3-10, flies to right. And with 2 outs, it'll be Guerrero, 1-10, is a single. And Mickey Rivers, 68 is a walk. 2 on, 2 outs. We know what happens here. 3 fingers, as it's been many times thus far. Mike Edwards, 2 on and 2 outs. The pitch. 2-8 is actually, let's take a look at the Mike Edwards card. He was an Oakland A in '78, along with Mario Guerrero, and they didn't really find much use of them. The Rangers picked him up. Has a nice year, 274 and 429 at-bats. And here, 2-8 is a single to center field. Guerrero is a 9-runner. He has to hold up. So the bases are loaded, 2 outs, and it's Buddy Bell. 2-8, Bell delivers a single to right field. 1 run scores. You know Rivers is going to run. 16, 17, 18. Off the Baylor arm, he will score. 2-run single. Rangers are up 4-2 off of Ryan. And Rusty Staub. 1-4. Flies to right. The Rangers with a 2-run lead. They're going to tighten their defense up a little bit. John Hale's going to go out in right field. He's 2 defensively. And that'll do it. And we will go to the 7th. Fergie Jenkins, a starter 8, 2-run lead. Ranger bullpen. They have Ken Brett, Bob Babcock, Dave Racich, Jim Beattie. Not particularly noteworthy. So we'll see what we got here with Fergie. Might have to break him to get him out of there in the 8th. It's John Harris in the 7th. 5'10", catcher's card. This is Sundberg. Is he a 1? Normally is. Yep, he's a 1. A 1 minus 4 E1. My goodness. Not getting anything by him. Biff Pocoroba. 3-6. Let's take a look at the Pocoroba card. You see a lot of guys you know of in different places. Biff was a Brave, and the Angels picked him up. They needed a left-handed bat. In this case, he's a switch hitter in this particular year. Some years he's a left-handed batter. Some years he's a switch hitter. Pinch hitter most notably. 3-6, homer, 1-13 double, and that is gone. We got a 1-run game. Disco Dan Ford, 62. This guy's the center. With 2 outs, Tim Johnson, 52. Rolls to the pitcher. We got an exciting 4-3 game here in Arlington, Texas Stadium. Stretch time here. We have been enjoying the ZZ Top Chaos LP, one of my favorites. This is my favorite Frank album. The drummer. He's got some great licks on this one. Anyway, bottom of the 7th, 4-3, Rangers looking for some insurance. It'll be Richie Zisk. 58 is a K. Pat Putnam, 43. That is going to be 3rd X. And that is Lansford, who is a 324. Yes, 324 at 3rd. Makes the play. With 2 outs. Sundberg, 57's a walk. And Roland Office, 110, base hit left field. Sundberg holds at second base for Mario Guerrero. 4-4 off Ryan is 2nd X. This is Gritch. Bobby Gritch is a 2E14 at second base, but look at that, a single off the second baseman to load it. Big at bat here. Nolan Ryan, Mickey Rivers. Gonna leave him in there. 4-3 game. Mickey Rivers will hit away. 2-3, pops to first. Ryan gets out of it. He's throwing a ton of pitches at this point, but he always did. We'll go to the 8th. 1-run game, 4-3. Fergie Jenkins, Nolan Ryan. Whoever blinks first. It's going to be the loser here. Molinaro leads it off. 67 is a K. Brian Downing, 46 is a K. And with 2 outs, Carney Lansford, 2-8, grounds too short. Bottom of the 8th, Mike Edwards, 2-6 is a ground out. Buddy Bell, 43, left X. There's a 3-16, makes the catch. Good defense. So with 2 outs, it'll be John Hale, 38 is a K. Well, it's come down to this, folks. Briskly played game, 4-3 affair. In the 9th, Brett and Babcock are warming. Fergie had made 1 mistake in the 7th here, and 1 in the 3rd. And he's got Gritch, Baylor, and Harris in the 9th. All his defense is in there. He will stick around and face Bobby Gritch in the 9th. Let's take a look at Bobby Gritch's card, by the way. 1979 Bobby Gritch had 30 home runs and a .294 batting average. This is why this Angel team is so well revered in this timeline. The best hitting second baseman for this era here. Bobby Gritch. The pitch. 3-5 is Homer. 1-2 double. He rolls the 2 and gets the home run on a Homer 1-2 double. We got a tie game. Wow, how about that? Just gets over the wall and Fergie cannot believe it. Now Fergie wants to stick around and possibly get a decision in the 9th or 10th. It'll be Don Baylor in a tie game at 4. Nobody out in the 9th. 57's a K. John Harris, 64. Third X. This is Buddy Bell. He makes the play. And with 2 outs, it's Pokeroba. 47. Single one at 10. Misses that. Bottom of the 9th of a 4-4 affair, and I think Ryan will do the same thing. Fergie went out all the way, and Ryan didn't have any problem in the 8th. He is going to try and go all the way. These pitchers will not go into the extra innings. I think let's starter 9s do that. They're both starter 8s. So it'll be Richie Zisk leading off in the bottom of the 9th. 4-10 off of Ryan is short X. Not very good. Angel defense is generally pretty mediocre. 4-17 for Tim Johnson. And he makes the play. It'll be Pat Putnam. 55 off Ryan is a K, and with 2 outs, it's Jim Sundberg. 45, another strikeout. Bonus baseball, folks. Briskly play games, and we'll briskly continue into the 10th. But we need some new hurlers. Fergie will leave, and the home team will just go right to the closer to start the inning. That'll be Bob Babcock. Take a look at him. Was a Ranger in 81 with a 2.17 ERA in 29 innings. So he gives up walks, but otherwise pretty good. Bob Babcock in the 10th. It'll be Dan Ford leading off. 110's a base hit. Tim Johnson. He's going to hit away. 2-6 grounds a third. Third B plus. So that'll be a fielder's choice. Molinaro with a runner at first. 110 pops to first. And with 2 outs, it's Brian Downing. 2-6, single one to 13. Gets it. 2 on, 2 outs. Carney Asada Lansford. Let's take a look at this guy. 81. This is his Red Sox card. Interestingly, next year it'll be interesting to see if Lansford is still with the Angels. Is Boggs on Boston, Lansford on another team, and Doug DeCinces here in California. It'll be interesting to find out what happens with all the third basemen of this timeline. Right now, it's a big moment for the guy who started his career in California, Carney Lansford, with 2 on and 2 outs in the top of the 10th. Here is the pitch. 4-4 off of Babcock is homer 1-9 fly ball. He flies out on a 15, all the way to the warning track. Nice grab there. We go to the bottom of the 10th. And I believe Clear, is he not a starter, relief 3? Yeah, he's going to go as well. They're just going to have the closers duke it out in extras. It'll be Mark Clear. 79 and 80, he helped the Angels do well. Let's see. 80 was 11-11 with a 3.31 ERA. When he went to Boston, the wheels kind of came off the cart a little bit. But then when he left Boston in the middle 80s, he had a nice year with Milwaukee, I believe. Anyway, bottom of the 10th, it'll be Roland Office leading off. 47 is a K. Mario Guerrero. 210 hit by pitch. Mickey Rivers with a runner at first. 39 is a flat rate. And with 2 outs, Mike Edwards. 68 is a walk. 2 on, 2 outs for Buddy Bell. He has a walk, a homer, an RB, a 2-run single. He has been everything today for the Rangers. Big moment here. The pitch to Buddy Bell. 49 off of Clear is a bouncer to short X. He's a 4-17, but he's already right there. GBA. And you can do about that. Tough break for the Rangers. We'll go to the 11th. It'll be Bobby Grich. Homer to the 9th to tie this thing. Now he's coming back up here in the 11th. 67's a K. Don Baylor. 1-8, grounds to short, and with 2 outs, it's John Harris. 65 is a K. 2 innings for Babcock, and that'll be it for him. Clear could go 3. As the visiting closer, he probably will, if he can. Leading off, it'll be John Hale. Came in for Stahl. 1-9 Hale K's. It'll be Richie Zisk. 1-6 is another K, and with 2 outs. Pat Putnam, 67, single 1 to 4. Cannot get it. 2 innings in the books. We go to the 12th inning. And Babcock is done. They're just going to go Ken Brett. Back it up to their lefty setup guy now in the 12th inning. Once you get it, once you have 8-man pitching staffs, when you get to the 12th, 13th inning, there's no strategy. Just try and get through the rest of this game. There's no owner's manual how to win a 12, 13, 14 inning game. You're just crossing your fingers. So Ken Brett comes on in to face Biff Pocoroba, who will swing away because he has walks on his card against lefties. Pitch to Biff. 3-11. Skies the center field. Disco Dan Ford. 34. Skies the center field. And with 2 outs, Tim Johnson, but you could bring in Patek. Fred Patek will pinch hit and play short. He's a right-handed batter. Against the lefty Brett with 2 outs. Fred Patek, 46, is a base hit. He's also a double-A stealer. But you got Sundberg with a -4 arm. Power versus power. Sundberg versus Patek. He's going to attempt this steal, folks, because we're in extra innings. He rolls a 1. He's in there. No T rating, of course, for Mr. Sundberg. So, runner at second with 2 outs now. And it's batting for Bob Molinaro. It's going to be Billy Sample. And down, and it gets more treacherous after this guy. So he'll pitch to Bill Sample with a lead run at second base and 2 outs. The pitch to Bill Sample. 2-8, Bill Sample RBI. Let's take a look at the Bill Sample card. Actually was a Ranger. How about that? And the Angels grabbed him. 292 performance in 79 and 300 and some at-bats. E0 outfielder, too. 2-8 is double 1-2 single arrest, and he gets the RBI single. And the Angels tied at the 9th and are leading in the 12th. 5-4. It'll be Brian Downing. 56. Base hit to right field. Sample will not get thrown in at third. 2 on 2 outs for Carney Lansford. 5-11 is a K. So, Clear in his 3rd and final inning, his breaking inning, has the 1-run lead. They can actually bring in Ron Jackson to play first base for John Harris. And now they got all their defense in. Bottom of the 12th, 3rd inning for Clear, and it will be Jim Sundberg to lead it off. 65, double 1-13 is a 2-base hit for Jim Sundberg. Now you got Roland Office, a C bunter. I don't like those odds. I don't like that C bunting, like guy out second and third. So Office, a lefty, will swing away. 2-7, let's take a look at the Roland Office Depot. He is a Expo 1980 267 hitter, great defensive player in a platoon. C Steeler, nice little player here. 2-7 is a single to center field. Sundberg will hold at third, and just like that, you got runners on the corners with nobody out, and Clear, a batter away from breaking, and an A-bunting Mario Guerrero at the plate. They're going to have to bring the infield up with nobody out. And the pitch to Mario Guerrero. 46 off of Clear is a K. It's the one advantage Clear has. Not many fly ball Bs, but lots of Ks, which is what he needs for the next 2 batters. Runner still in the corners with 1 out. Mickey Rivers is up. They will keep that up. He's in a bunter. Let's take a look at Mickey Rivers. Not a lot you can do lefty-righty. He's going to hit 333. Mickey's going to be swinging away, getting his hits regardless. Actually, once he left the Yankees, he hit 326 with the Yankees in one of his years, I think 77. But here, in his first year with Texas, in 1980, he's 333. So, runners on the corners with 1 out. The pitch to Mickey Rivers. 48. Mark Clear strikes him out. That's what exactly he needed to do. Now you don't have to really worry about bringing the infield up. You got slow-footed runners on the corners with 2 outs, and it's Mike Edwards. We saw him earlier get a single in the 6th inning to continue a rally. He is 1 for 5 plus a walk with 2 outs against Mark Clear. A hit or walk, actually a walk would load the bases, but it would also break Mark Clear. So, the pitch to Mike Edwards. 1-7 is a ground ball to short, A+, but again, no one's being held because these are slow-footed guys, and there's 2 outs. They had the infield up on the previous batters, could have used that plus, but Sundberg's at third, offense not being held at first. It's just a ground ball to short, and Mark Clear punches out 3 scoreless innings of relief. Angels comeback needed to do this because they have a losing record, and this is the beginning of their comeback, their ascension to the American League West title. You need to have a performance like this. Homers by Downing, Pocoroba, Gritch, an RBI single by Bill Sample, and the Rangers do not have an answer. 5-4 victory. Let's do the box. Ken Brett takes the loss. Let's see, he faced Pocoroba, got him out. Then a hit and a walk, fielder's choice. So he gave up 3 hits and a run. Actually, 4 hits and a run, and a K. 2 innings for Babcock. He gave up 2 hits and 2 Ks. And Ryan got a no decision out of that. 7 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned. Only walked 1 guy. Struck out 7. So the Rangers, you needed to draw more walks against Ryan here. Fergie Jenkins. Never mind. I'm doing Fergie Jenkins line. Jenkins. So Mark Clear gets the save. Coming in the 9th. Or the 10th. So this is all the work of Mr. Clear in his 3 shutout innings. Gave up 2 hits, and he gave up 2 walks, and he struck out 5. And Ryan gave up 11 hits and 4 runs. He did walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, excuse me. 6 walks, but he struck out 11. And actually Clear gets the win, not a save. 100-12, 010-12, 513, 413, 110, 816. So the Rangers drew 8 walks, but they struck out 16 times. They were able to put 21 men on base, only scored 4 times. The Angels only put 14 men on, but scored 5 times because they were getting home runs, 3 of them, plus a double that scored a run on a double play. Rangers let this one slip away in Game 1. So we'll look at the composite box for the 2 squads. As the Angels chip away at the Ranger lead in the West. All right, the Rangers are 12-10 now, hitting .289 with a 3.46 ERA. Fergie's now 2-1. Doc Medich is 4-0 for this team. Offensively, Buddy Bell, 7 homers, 29 RBIs in 22 games. That's MVP caliber performance for a Ranger team that was in first place to start the series. Meanwhile, the Angels creeping back after they got swept by Oakland to take them under 500. Now they're trying to get back to it. Now 10-12, 257, 472. That's just not going to get it done. Not good enough hitting or pitching at this point. Ryan, though, was 4-1, even that game with no decision. An interesting year for Mark Clear. That was his first win. 1 win, 3 losses, just 2 saves in 15 innings. Those 3 losses, he's giving up 3 earned runs, so he's been pretty unlucky. The Angel offense, not a whole lot going on, which is why they're not doing as well. But Bobby Gritch has 7 home runs. None more important than the one in the 9th inning to send it to extras. So, after Game 1, 361 games in the books for the Fall League. A league that's hitting .275 with a 4.28 ERA. And when we look at the standings after this performance, you see now the Angels are just 2 back. So this division is up for grabs. We'll give you the results of the rest of this series at the end of the video. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. All right, well, baseball fans, this is what's happened. So Angels win game 1, 5-4. Ryan against, Fergie, 1 extra innings. Got the Mark Clear victory in the 12th, beating Ken Brett and Bob Babcock. And for the Rangers, it got a little worse after that. Because in game 2, they could also not win at home. It was Frank Tanana going 8 innings, giving up 10 hits and a run. Steve Comer did okay, 7 1/3 innings, 12 hits, 6 runs. He got beat up early and late. 6-1 final. Angels win 2 on the road, going for the sweep at home. They fly to Anaheim for a game 3. Do they get the sweep in 3 games? And the answer is a resounding, yeah, they do. They win game 3, 8-7 here. A bunch of it happens early. It is Doc Medich versus Ross Baumgarten for the Angels. Medich gets knocked around early. It's a 6-1 lead. Give the Rangers some credit. In the 7th, they get into the Angel bullpen, and they knock the Angel bullpen around and tie this thing up. But in the bottom of the 8th inning, the dreaded pass ball scores a run, make it an 8-7 game, and Mark Clear comes on again in the 9th, gives up a couple singles. That's it. Another save. A win and a save, actually, in this series. 3 straight wins. Break up the Angels. 3 straight wins and a sweep. And now when you look at the overall standings, they came back and tied the Rangers. And you got the Mariners a couple games over 500. They have to play the A's as the fall league continues. So anything could happen in the wild American League West. Congratulations, Angels. We'll see you next time.